And good morning, everybody. Welcome back. We are heading into episode 69 with Talina. There goes my dog going nuts over the dog toy. I think I forgot to get another thingy for Pinkster. Poor little Pinkster. And we shall... Hello, Scraps. Yeah, I have doggy food for you. I do. Oh no. Some days I don't mind Pinky meowing in my ear, and other days she drives me bananas. Alright, so I now have a bedroom. I had a bedroom before. I just haven't moved my bed into it. Come on, builder. What are you doing? Alright, we're going to put our bed when I can maneuver myself to the right position. Right there. Yay! Back we go. I need to make myself another dressing table. So F to pick that up. Yeah. Pop this over here. Ah, bug. I forgot that about these beds. I'm going to need to grab this bed and just... No, not drill the bed. Gosh, what are you thinking, woman? We need to move it over. Oh, seriously, Talina. I know, you build the furniture. You're not the one who arranges the furniture. I get it, but really, you need to multitask here. F to pick it up. Do not drill it. That's right. No. Clearly, I need more practice decorating my house. Pretty sure. Alright, we're going to try this. Excuse me. Let's just turn this round. There we go. Okay, that is as in the corner as I can get it. Now I want to do the same with the bed. More in the corner and centered where I had it. So kind of there, but with the head up the other end. There we are. You know I'm going to have to do this for a double bed. Seriously, can I move it over any more? No, it has to definitely be right. No. Right there. There we go. Alright. It's going to drive me crazy because now I have the little good luck symbol thing not quite dead center with the bed. But I guess when I have a double bed, that will be a bit different. Let's go see what we've got in our backpack that can go over here. Because I had a few things I missed for health. For health bonuses and health buffs. And I think that was just because I couldn't put them in a... Yeah. It's because I couldn't stick them in a bookshelf. I knew that. That llama is huge. Alrighty. I for inventory. Let's put the clock down where the pumpkin pies are. And I don't know, we probably need some tea tables somewhere in the house. This thing is more stamina and it's a flowers. And I didn't check in with the museum. That's what I was trying to do yesterday. Completely forgot myself. Oh, and the little girl box music thingamywhatsit. And we will play with the roses in a minute. But first things first, what I really want to do is dump a couple of tea tables out here. Maybe one tea table. Oh, you know what? I wonder if we can put this tea table in between these two couches. No. Bug, up. Alright, so no we can't, but what we could do is... Yeah, okay, that won't work. Let's just put a tea table in front of each couch instead then. Bing bada boom. Put that one there. And what we'll do is we'll put this one... Oh, impossible thing. And we might actually twitch it round so the teacups are mirroring each other, because that's kind of cute. And then what we might do is we'll open the tea table and we'll see what we can put on it. I mean, I could put some asteria on it because that's kind of nifty. Or I have more of these pretty ones. Let's do this because I really don't want to use Albert's favourite flower in the middle of my lounge room. I could also put a tea set on it next time I have a tea set available. So let's just pop these over because they're bright and they're pretty and they make the house look cute. And we will go and maybe grab That's stamina plus 6. What are these? Alright, you know what? I can be bribed. If we right click, they'll automatically go across. You know what? I kind of like... Yeah, let's grab this. Right click and right click. Alright, we're good for that now. So I guess, I don't know, the other thing we need is something else. That made so many sense. Let's put some little stools out. So these are tiny. We can just kind of pop them there. People can put their feet up and have a relaxing time. And my health bar will go up. Pretty much the same. Let's pop one over here and people can fight about it. There we go. Oh, maybe not. Okay, what else have we got in here? Alright, you know what? We do need a reading corner. Let's go put one of these over here. There we go. And I guess I should probably put something on the wall. Something else on the wall. Maybe some flowers over my washing machines. Nice. I've probably maxed out my stamina now, but we'll just drop that down there. Oh, get off the couch, Talina. Alright, for some reason it won't let me put it there. Let's put something over here then. Not standing on the table. There we go. Okay, so now when I check my my home panel, I should find I'm pretty close to max on my health. And, oh look, I have way too much stamina. Down. I still need to find some more attack items. What did I get that enhanced it last time? It was a fish... No, a painting, that's right. The wall lamp gives you defenses. Well, we might just need a few more of those then. Because I keep getting smushed. And I would like to say it's not my fault, but it probably is. Okay. Look at that, the cat and the dog have left in disgust. She's what with our house? No, that's not allowed. The Civil Corps can take on commissions from residents on their commission board in their headquarters. They can indeed, and I probably owe them a commission for some worn fur. Alright, let's go see what we made. There we go, grab that. And we'll go dump it in our things for sale box. Alright. Because I'm pretty sure... Oh, I forgot to put the little girl music box out. Oh, what am I doing? Hopeless. Alright, we'll go do that another time. I still haven't checked in on my... Let's grab Emily, give her pumpkin pie. Emily, how you doing?
I enjoy chatting with Sonia and Antoine. They seem to know a lot.
Your best friends, do they like pumpkin pie? I should experiment with them about pumpkin pie, but I'm pretty sure Sonia is an I like vegetable salad girl. Where is the pumpkin pie? And Antoine is an I like fruit salad, maybe? There it is.
This smells too good to eat.
Well, you've been working all morning and you're probably hungry, so I would eat it if I were you. Actually, which reminds me, stamina items belong. No. Alright, so I've picked up one. Look, stop running around with apple over your head or pumpkin pie or whatever it is, and just do the crafting thing. We shall gather that, and we shall put more on. We'll try not to make them out of our aroma apples, because we use those to spoil the pig with. Alright, and maybe we should look into sugar for dried apricots, because the kids love them. And we were going to experiment on Toby and see if he liked slingshots as a regular gift. Okay, we're getting there very slowly. Okay, so our stamina items are pretty good, and we shouldn't be forced to eat mince. Where did I put? Is Mr. Ack there? No. We shouldn't be forced to eat mince whatchamadoobies again. That looks like fishies. I might leave them just for the minute because I don't know what the price of fish is. Alright, now that I'm remembering to do this. You know, the other thing, it occurred to me I had completely forgotten to do, was to go out and investigate the treasure map that Sam gave me.
Mr. Django showed me around his restaurant.
Very good. And I have pots for you, I think. Here you are. You're welcome. Now, do I have your chip on board? No. Oh man, I need you to have that chip. You need to have that chip to feel complete. Alright, I don't have the money. No, I need another 80,000 gold. Okay, I need another 80... Let's just say I need another 90,000 gold and I might actually have change. Right, the church would like a wicker basket for 112 and 1035. Arlo would like 111 and 1209. That's pretty good for leather belts. And 3 wooden pillars for 111 and 1216. Sorry, how much was that one again? Alright, let's go and get wooden pillars for Petra, because we don't often get a chance to spoil Petra, so I like spoiling Petra. What am I doing? I know, it seems like such a short distance to ride the pig, but okay. And then I wipe out a lamppost on the way through. Oops. And I forgot to put the clock on the wall. You know, it's only in my hot bar. Let's grab all of that. That's a nice amount of stuff. And we'll sort it all in. Just check to see the things that don't go in. Sort everything up. So we're running through these sapphires as fast as we can make them. Let's go get an AI chip today as well. Because we've only got 2, and if I want to make multiples I'm going to need more than 1. Actually, while we're doing AI chips, I suppose we could go and maybe get some military engines, because it looks like I'm completely out of those as well. So let's go and do that. So it's just a matter, most of the time, of just keeping up with your... Hang on a minute. I don't think I've got the right chipset on board. No, that should be it. I'll be embarrassed if it's not, but oh well. C'est la vie, c'est la guerre. Let's go for a ride. And I should probably chop down more trees. Look at this, sunset already. I can't recall what I was doing. Oh, I was running around in my house. Wow, I don't recall there being snail lobs down here. I was running around in my house decorating it. And we have the Barneys. Okay. This always intrigues me. Can I chew as an octopus? No. Fine. Trading harbour. It would be really fun to be able to put an octopus in the fish tank. That would be very cool. I think I have lemons and I think I have wasabi, but I know where to get it if I don't. The dog has a pet. You know, I don't know if Pinky is the climbing kind of cat. I'm going to have to buy one to find out. We have bits and pieces we can do our house up with when we get there. Pretty sure I can't put that in the museum. This is where you get your drill if you haven't befriended Mint to the level you need to. Alright, let's leave all of that. We are not here on a spending spree. Repeat after me. So, we now have... Okay, it's too late to put things in at the museum. And it's too late to duck into the research centre and grab those books we need to upload to upgrade our factory with. We still haven't got ourselves a king Goliath for the museum. Oops. And I think I'm still running short on rubber fruit. So there's a few things I should probably be doing. Actually, let's just have a quick look at our map. Alright, no one's having an emergency. Chi will want something. And Gale wants something. He probably wants seafood, special seafood stuff. Where did Chiwa go? Alright, anyway, let's go and grab ourselves. Well, let's go give Papa Bear his honey. And then we'll go and grab ourselves a King Goliath. I know, I'm making it sound easy, but it's just a matter of whether or not it's going to bite. Hey, Bear. Really? Because I thought you liked honey. There you go. I guess I have tried driving the fish off a cliff. The piggy off a cliff. There we go. And I didn't grab my wooden pillars out. Honestly, my head is like a sieve. That's okay. We will do wooden pillars in the morning, just before we go get our next commission. Oh, fine, here. There's your fishing rod. Let's see if we can catch ourselves a very large pink fish. And maybe the fish prices will go up while we're not looking. That'd be kind of cool. Excuse me for a minute. Okay, quick taps with the left mouse button, oops, and keep the circle centered over the fishy if you wish to catch him. But we're going to just finish the day catching these things. Our house is looking semi-decent. It's Tuesday, we maybe should find Mint, and oh, there we are, and ask him for a date. Let's not get too excited, we haven't brought this guy in yet. I mean, ideally we want, two of them. That's such a pretty fish. The teeth on it. Oh right, that is one Goliath king. That is a very pretty fish. Okay. So what I've been doing is catching the kingfish and putting them in fish tanks to breed. So that, and then putting the first offspring, if I remember, because I haven't been, I've been selling them. Putting the first offspring in at the museum. So this time what I want is I need an Emperor Goliath, and a, what else is there? Oh, sorry, there we go. An Emperor Goliath to go with my ordinary Goliath, so we can just go ordinary Goliath, Emperor Goliath, and then King Goliath, and just pop them in that order. Come here, fish. Alright, we need another big pink fish now. 2 would be good, but hey, 1 was good just as well. Let's just get that in. Find the salmon, he's in here somewhere. Actually, we don't need another king salmon unless we're going to sell it, because I've got 2 tanks of them now. So what we really need is we need a second King Goliath, and then we need to move fishing spots so we can start working on king frogfish. Actually, it would just be king frogfish because we already have king catfish. Funnily enough, they're pink too. Makes you wonder why the kings are all pink. They're not all pink, they just tend to it. Here you go. Except those, the pufferfish are green. I think the frogfish are blue. I could be wrong on that one. We'll have to catch one and find out. So it's taken 3 evenings of fishing here to get a King Goliath. It's not always the way. You can sometimes get them really early. Aha! What I'm looking forward to is spring, because you have the fishing competition and you can catch all kinds of things in that. go, another one. We caught 20 of these big guys last time. It was quite a good haul, even though the prices were at 94. Well, last I looked, they were dropping down to 80% or 84%, and that was a bit of a downer, but we still got a fair amount of cash for them. These ones I'm saving because we really need some health food. What I'm looking forward to is when I can work out how to make sweet caviar. Because that will give me a ton of hit points. But I've forgotten how to do it, and I've forgotten where I got the recipe from last time. It might have been a Django thing. Alright. Okay, and to answer my question earlier, when you catch a Goliath, you get 250 XP. When you catch a base golden salmon, you only get 150. So this is definitely worth doing for your XP. I just want another pink one because they're so much fun to catch. And they're cute in a fangy, fishy kind of way. Oh man. You're a fish, not a dancer. Stop bouncing back and forward. You're not a tennis ball either. There we go. Oh good, here's one of our... I think I caught an emperor a minute ago, but I can't remember. So we need an emperor. Just to go with our king. Alright, more fish. 139. Oh no, a tennis racket. You know, we could also do squash courts to go with tennis courts. And you could have both kinds of sporting events in Portia. Oh, come on. There you go. It's getting late. How many fish can I catch? Golden salmon takes 8 minutes to reel in. Ah, come here. No bad fish. Come on, you're a normal Goliath. You're not an emperor. You don't have to impress me. There you go. Alright, but a Goliath takes 15 minutes. And a shell takes 3 minutes. There you go. It's interesting the different amount of time. That one only took 7 to get in. Oh yes, here he is, our second king. Brilliant. We can... I was going to say we can go home after this, but I mean, why bother? Actually, we haven't caught him yet, so let's not celebrate too soon. Excellent. All right. Oh, I'm a happy bunny. That's 2 king Goliaths and we're good. Can I catch one more? No. Okay. Alright, we're going to rock into this day. I need to check a treasure map. We need to put these Goliaths into a fish tank. Maybe put my thing away so I'm not swinging it. Hello, Scraps. How are you doing? You have dog food? Yeah, look, I tried you on human food and you turned your nose up at it and gave me the stink eye. Which is not as bad as what Pinky did. Here you go, Pinkers. So Pinky likes golden salmon as much as she likes goliaths. And she doesn't like either of them anywhere near as much as she likes those pink wise fish. That cat has exceedingly expensive taste. Let's go into our fish box, grab our fish tank. Excellent. Where are we going to put this big thing? Why don't we dump him over here until I sort the rest of my yard out? I'm actually out of discs to get more weed matting. We need fish tank. Fish tank. It could be like iRobot, but in a different genre. Dump that. I'd blame the cat, but no, that was all me. Put that there. Let's go grab our Goliath out. Oh, I'm so excited. We have Goliaths. We have a whole pair of them. Look at that. They are one of the prettier kingfishers. So I'm really happy to see them. And I suppose, actually, being happy to see them probably isn't as good as feeding them as well. So we will give them 100 dough. Just to keep them happy. There we are. And I really should go buy some more dough. Oh yeah. Hang on a minute. Didn't I give you Rodders 50 dough last time? Wow, you did not take long to get through that. Alright, we're going to have to go visit Grandma Sophie and spend a fair chunk of our fortune. Oops. Yes, Pinky, this is how you feed the fish. No, Pinky, you may not Cantu has a go. You are a kitty. I had a kitty like this once. She used to sit on top of the netting we put over our fish pond. And it used to do that. And what it would do is dangle a paw through the netting and get the fish. And when it caught the fish, it would hold the fish up against the wire so it couldn't squiggle out of its grasp. That was the fish tank. I only put 50 in. Alright, let's see if Mr. Ack is being a responsible cow feeder. He's not doing too badly. I'll just top this up. I may need to rehire him, actually. It comes to mind. No. Okay, he's being an irresponsible cow feeder. He's giving the cows my lettuce. That can't be allowed to happen. Alright, fine. I will pat you. You can be a happy cow. There you go. No. I don't want the lettuce. There we are. Alright, so the cow has grown to 121%. What I'm wondering is when it gets to that size, rather than sell it at the trading post, is it worth me just selling it straight out of the thing? I don't know why all of these guys are swinging their hooves in the feed me now I'm starving dance. That's normally a horse thing for a start, but they've just been fed for a second. Alright, we have happy little sheep. So if I wanted to sell it, how does this work? 1821 gold. Alright, you know what? I was going to run across to South Block. Let's take the piggy over to South Block. And we will see. Just grab that. We will see what the going price for cows is and if there's a demand for them. So it's got to be more than 1821 for us to sell our cows to South Block. Try not to run over any of the crabs because they get cranky and you hurt them. Ooh, dragons. Dragon's heart. We definitely need some of that. Alright, so while we're here, we're going to grab some asteria and we're going to grab some dragon's heart for our first aid kits. It seems to like the colder weather. Look at that. Either that or it's just I haven't gathered it for a while. So what you need for your first aid kit is dragon's heart, rat's bandages, and cactus fruit. And we're getting a nice... Oh, and I should probably go get those wooden pillars. Okay, so that should be pretty much everything. In my other game, I've been experimenting with the kinds of flowers people like, and I started with wildflowers that you buy from Alice. I have never made so many people sad in such a short period of time in my life. And Ginger, do not give Ginger wildflowers, a bunch of wildflowers. They make her feel uncomfortable and give you a -6 to your relationship. So it's crazy. And Antoine does not like wildflowers. And Sonia laughs at you and asks you if it's a joke. With the kind of overtones that maybe it had better be a joke because you've just upset her greatly. So yeah, don't give people wildflowers. Oh, and even Martha didn't like the wildflowers, and she doesn't like herbs either. So it's like, I'm not sure what the connotations are with wildflowers. Maybe they're grave flowers, and I insulted everybody. But I think the only thing I could guarantee that much of a bad reaction from so many people with is poo. And I don't think the wildflowers deserve that kind of a reputation. It's like, yes, wildflowers. No one's favourite flowers yet, but I haven't given them to everybody, so we'll find out. Alright, so the buyback price for ducks is 560. $8 for apricots. Let's max out the apricots. I don't have any dried apricots on stock. Salad sauce requires... Pretty sure I could make that, but I won't. But what I might do is make a note to get some more. I'm not giving up my layered carrots. I need them. And okay, no. Yeah. So we will do the apricot thing. So a full-grown duck is a buyback of 560. You've got to hit post rather than put the cross, otherwise you won't get it. So let's go and see if our ducks have grown up, and if they have, we might come back and offer to sell them. And we'll get our pillars while we're at it. So we'll just grab this. Grab my oddly parked piggy. We might have a hack at these while we're here. Just simply because crystals are your friend when you're making crystal necklaces. We'll just have a quick look over this way. Nope, okay. And we might just grab our piggy and take a quick run down to the end of the island. Usually there's at least one pillar down here. This is so much easier than running all the way through and dodging the mad, crazy snail lobs. Oh, sorry, Toadie. Not mean to scare your fish. There should be another one over here. Oops. I don't always do that. And maybe there'll be one around the corner. Sometimes there's one in this space, but there's not today. Oops, sorry, crabs. Oh dear. Oops. I know. Yes, I can so too drive the pig. I didn't say I was good at it. Okay, so we were going to check out our ducks to see if they were worth more than 560, whatever it was. So let's have a look. Okay, so selling your duck straight out of the pen is worth more than selling it out of the trading post. You know what? We might have ourselves a little duck pet selling spree here. And I don't know. I guess I can sell these as well. So that's what, a nice easy 3,000 gold. Okay, except for all the time that we spent. So I'm going to make the assumption that selling the cows is going to be worth much more than what I would get at the trading post. So it was 1821. Okay, then it doesn't matter if they're happy or sad. I'm going to leave the sheep though, so I have a feeling I need wool and linen, and it's quicker to get it from my own sheep than anyone else. So that's pretty good. Which means we also need to go see Mr. McDonald, which is a fine thing because we are... I think that fish was hungry. We don't have food on us anymore, do we? There's such a lot to keep track of in this game. It's a challenge. We're now at 26,000, so I'm going to call that a really good morning. We're now going to go max out our fish food again and go nuts and give all our fish a ton of food to eat. Hi, I'm good.
Hello.
How are
My
you?
back aches from time to time, but Dr. Zoo always has a remedy ready for me.
He is a good doctor. Do I have anything at all you might like? Granny Sophie. I know she likes raw topaz, but that gets expensive. Let's see what she thinks of wild roses. Not real fond of wild roses. I don't blame her. They probably get into the crops and do horrible things to them. Fish food is your friend. Oh, ow, but not at 8,000 gold. It's not. Anyway, given that we can sell a kingfish for 5,000 and I can buy 1,000 fish food for 8,000, I probably shouldn't complain too loudly. Let's go talk to Mr. McD. We just sold all of our ducks and 3 of our chickens, didn't we? So we want... There we go, and we want 3 of those, and we sold all of our cows. So that's good, and no, I didn't sell my sheep, so we're good. Alrighty, and that doesn't count as talking to him, however, so let's talk to him.
Hey!
How you doing?
Do you want my signature?
Yeah, sure.
I'll be famous one day. I'm gonna start my own restaurant selling beef patty burgers. I might be too famous for you to get it by then.
Uh-huh. I think you would always find time, Mr. McD. Let's see if we can... That's a wool light. See, once again, the... Oh no, I sold those, so that would be why they're not showing up. So I wonder what he likes. Alright, well, you know what? Let's try him with a wall light. It's the thought that matters. You're very sweet, Mr. McD. Okay, no, wall lights are not it. I was going to do waterproof lights, but I did sell them, so that's my bad. Alright, let's go feed these guys, because I'm pretty sure I saw a feed me notification on top of that tank. Yep, I did. Okay. We shall drop 100 feed into the tank. There you go, fishies. And I think I only put about 29 in this one, so we should probably put about 71 more in, just to keep them happy. There you go, fishies. Okay. And wow, the day is just chuffing by. I don't think I've grabbed my wooden pillars out either. So we need to grab whatever's in our supply box. Let's try that trick again. And then there's our rubber fruit. Awesome. I was wondering where I was getting that from because I hadn't picked any. And we'll pick up all of this stuff while we're here. Okay, we'll pick up most of that stuff while we're here. Dump everything we can into here. And some additional bits and bobs. Sort everything up so I can actually see what I'm looking at. Keep that because we'll head down to the market again tomorrow for it. I will dump those away. Oh, and I should have military engines to throw in as well. Where did they go? There they are. And my AI chips. Or did I just forget to... Maybe I didn't. Oh no, they should have transferred automatically because there's some already in there. That's right. We're good. Just grab a whole bunch of these. So you notice that bandage that came through. That's because I grabbed the dragon's heart and added that in. So that's pretty good. Alright, we're good with that. Let's have a looky-see and see what else we've got in here. So I'm probably going to need some more large fish tanks. They require sapphires. Okay, so when I get to them I will do those. What else do we have? I forgot to get the wooden pillars out yet again. Paddle boats. I could make 3 of them if I make 6 paddles. Let's go do that. So we'll tell it 10 because I'm too lazy to figure anything else out. We're going to make some more bearings because I've just used up all of my bearings. So we'll ask that for... We'll ask it for 50. There we go. Yep, that should still leave me some of that left. We'll grab these paddles. There's only 2 there. Alright, we'll start with 1 paddle boat. That will just keep the production running. We have forgotten to go and check the price of fish. So that's kind of important. And oops, I really probably... Oh, fiddlesticks. Let's go grab our poplar wood poles while we remember them. And if we're really quick, we can get to the Commerce Centre by 6 and we'll get today's commission because I haven't done that yet. It's no excuse really, I had that ready this morning. Oh, and this. Okay, so the way to fill your order in here is you hit the delivery cart. You click on the thing and you say, here, have 200 of those. And what happens is the dude comes and gets your apricots and waves goodbye. He looks very much like Toadie. What was I doing? I was delivering my delivery, which meant I needed my pig. Alrighty. Hey Emily, I would stop and give you pumpkin pie, but no. Oops, sorry, whoever that was. Petra.
Hi.
Here you go. Yep, you're very welcome. Somehow I don't think I'm making it to the thingamywhatsit on time. There's Toby. If we can catch up with him in a minute. No, okay, it's 2000. We'll catch up with him now. And see if he likes slingshots when it's not a request.
Mom tells me to work harder in school. But I don't need school to be an adventurer, do I? I need to be out there, among the danger.
You need school to give you background info so you can make the danger more manageable and live longer to be an adventurer. 11. So he really does like slingshots. Alright, well we've got his next 7 days worth of gifts sorted out. They're also cheaper than robots. There's Alfred trying to say hi to Phyllis again and she's just not looking impressed. We also have... I haven't given Mr. Isaac his bookmark. Hi Mr. Isaac. How you doing?
The book is the ladder of human progress.
And I have a bookmark for you, babe.
Thank you so much. I really like it.
You're really welcome. Hi. How you doing?
Men should be as strong as me.
They should. And they should drink tea as strong as you as well.
It really is a nice present. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Well, we've caught our king goliaths. We just need to wait for them to procreate. And then we can drop that off at the museum. We still haven't found the bottom half of our monster toy, which is a pain. So that's what we're going to do now. We've taken the elevator, so let's go and... 200 gold, you're stinging me for that? Okay. Let's go and look for our monster toy, because that means we're done with Abandoned Ruins 1, and we can shift to Abandoned Ruins 2. And some of those things that I made... Oh, I should have gone and checked the price too. Never mind, we'll do that in the morning in the next session. Pending. Let's have a quick look. F for find me treasure. That's right, we're standing in the middle of a huge patch. Let's start with the thing that's closest to us and just get to it. I mean, we're going to find bits and bobs. They're going to be useful. So we just might as well chunk everything up that we can. Where are we? There we go. Get that done. And that one, scan for more. That'll do. Alright, into the treasures. Now, I know we've already got these, but some of these, when you put them together, there's a monster toy piece. Haha. I'm not sure which one we've got though now. I think we, this is the hazard of drilling up. There we go. Alright. Well, that's one half of the monster toy piece. There's the other thing. That was a nice cluster of treasure. Okay, what's closer? Alright, we might have to run back this way. Let's go with that one. So I think in the next session what we're going to do is we're going to take all our bits and bobs, if I can finish this monster toy. And we're going to go to the museum, the research centre, and put them all together. Let's grab that while we're on the way through. I have heard rumours that Malice is very fond of these, which would make sense. There I am, drilling up again. That's never a good thing. Just make myself a stand. There we go. Where is it? Okay. Where did that other treasure go? There it is. I know, it's a parts box. Parts boxes have discs and stuff. So just grab that while we're here. Anything else? Nope. F will find me some more treasure. That'll do. Thinking can and 2 eyeglasses. We are moving a little bit further away from our original treasure cluster though, but that's okay. We will just chase the sparkles. Down to that one. Oh, seriously? And this is why we made all those apples. Alright, the time is 1:06. We probably don't want to fill our stamina bar up. Let's give ourselves that much to start with. Oops, no, let's not do that. And away we go. The drill, it's really hard to not over dig with. So you'll tend to dig further and faster with it. There we go. Running is still the quickest way to get to anywhere though. If you can run halfway to it, that you're just saving digging time and stamina. It is getting late and I don't want to be eaten by snails. That's 1 down. 2 down. Ooh, treasure. Alright, we will risk getting eaten by snails for treasure. Small engine and a data disk. Some more stamina, sofas. And 1 more snail up here. This looks like as good a place as any if we're going to collapse. As soon as we get rid of this snail. Okay, oh, and a blade of Malice recipe. I don't know if I've already learned that one or not. Yep, we've already learnt it, so we can actually sell that. That's pretty cool. 10 minutes. What can I do in 10 minutes? Probably not a lot once I get out of here. 6 minutes. Let's grab that. And we're gone. Alright, on that note, I'm going to call a 5-minute break and then I'll be back. Take care out there and I'll see you in 5 minutes if you're still around. Check out.